Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 9th of June 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite deck for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about this day and what energy you'll be working with. So I'm going to choose 3 cards again today. And let's see what the tarot wants to share. First card, we've got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so your affinity for work and being productive, that continues. Then we have the 7 of Swords. And you take it to the next level where you're very interested in what you're getting out of a situation. So that's a bit of a warning, I think. And then finally, we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay. So the King of Pentacles says there's major abundance and prosperity and the ability to generate new income and to change your location and to start a new business and to have all these wonderful ideas. The 7 of Swords then amplifies that because you're super focused on your needs and what you want to create on your own. And the 5 of Wands is about trivial conflict. So the cards are saying, okay, the warning is there not to take it too far and to kind of step over other people to try and get to where you want to be. But even if you do overstep a little bit, the cards are saying that the outcome isn't particularly serious. It's going to be either seen as the way one does business. Basically, other people will be very likely to make excuses for you if you behave in a way that's excessive, which doesn't say, you know, here's the green light, just trample on other people. What it does say is that if you make a mistake today, if you don't get it right 100% of the time, none of us do, then the outcome isn't that tragic. Okay, so let's see what each card has to say. The King of Pentacles could be someone you come into contact with on this day who does seem to have it all together when it comes to career success and living situation and kind of his place in the world. You can see all these grapes on his cloak. So this is someone who's enjoying the abundance and the prosperity, but he's still wearing armor. So there can be conflict and it's something he has to keep working at. So this is a card that says if there are things in your life that could be improved, you have a super focus on those aspects of life, Taurus, the bull here, and you have the ability to make significant changes. The Queen of Pentacles improves the situation. The King of Pentacles creates new situations. So this is about looking to the future, and if you want to start something new particularly, that is supported. And it's like this king getting up from the throne, going to the new town and, I don't know, setting up a new bank and expanding his empire. The 7 of Swords, that represents theft and being so self-interested that you stop caring about other people and that you, not only are you inconsiderate, but your morals become kind of flexible and you're willing to do things if you see that there's a benefit in it for you, that you, under normal circumstances, you wouldn't really go there. So what I'm noticing today, which is quite interesting, he's carrying all these swords, but 2 are left behind and they create a doorway. So it's kind of like he's leaving the door open for the people in this camp to come chase him down later on. So it's like he's leaving a trail behind. So it's not that you're going to get away with it as such on this day. Like I said, people are more likely to chalk it up to, oh, this is just the way they are, or, you know, let's move on to more important things. But ultimately, this card, when people notice that you've taken something that isn't yours, it doesn't really build respect. And the way people look at you and whether you're trustworthy, that none of that's going to be heightened. So I think the warning is, you know, if you do have a new opportunity, then that's great. So take the opportunity, go for it, but do everything above board, because even if it doesn't catch up with you straight away, I feel there's something to do with reputation here and the way people look at you in future. And, you know, when you interact with people a certain way and they start to see things that may be a little bit questionable, it doesn't matter whether they have proof or not, just that question means that, am I going to connect with this person in future? Can I really trust them? Is this someone I want to have in my life? So even though bad behavior isn't really kind of jumped on this day, I think it would catch up with you later. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been drawn to these two swords. So the Five of Wands then is about competition, and it's in a fun way. So these boys are just playing, and it's through this play and the competition that they discover what they're really good at, what their place is in the hierarchy. It kind of gives you an understanding of where you fit in a particular group or in a particular way of life. So for instance, these could all be interns at a finance company, right? And it's their first day, maybe it's like a school trip or something, and they all get to shadow investment advisors and stuff. One or two of these will really display an affinity for that business, and the other three not so much. This competition and this engagement with other people about a particular topic, it's very revealing in terms of people's talents and strengths and natural abilities. So this card is saying that a little bit of conflict is sometimes a good thing because it shows you who you are and how skilled you are and where you fit into a situation, and it gives you more clarity so that you can work with what you've got and you can build on real things. You know, it's if you're a cashier at a supermarket, but you think you're running the company, then that's not very helpful because you're not. But if you notice that you're working at the checkout and you're really good at managing the other people working with you so that no one's ever late and you're super effective and it all goes very well, then you can kind of start to think, well, maybe I should look into management because I'm doing this really well, and it's kind of been displayed to me in evidence through my everyday experience here. So, then the Seven of Swords can be real clarity in terms of who you are and what your leadership potential is, your skills that set you apart. And then the seven, the five swords pointing down here, that's actually a good thing because sometimes it takes a bit of extreme self-interest to get clear on who you actually are. So, you know, like if you go for a job interview, so I'm talking a lot about kind of careers and job interviews and finances and things, and that's really the opportunity of the day, I feel, that you're able to excel in those areas. Yeah, but what was I saying a moment ago? Sometimes it takes an extreme focus to see where you're really good and to big yourself up, as they say. You know, like if you go to a job interview, you'll talk in a way that you wouldn't usually. You'll be like, yes, I'm an amazing organizer and I have this fascination with, I don't know, a particular IT software or something like that. You kind of, you amplify things a little bit, right? And you highlight the positives. So all of this will allow you to see the positives in you that really genuinely do set you apart within a hierarchy of people you work with or people you interact with. And the King of Pentacles then has the practical know-how to make that a reality for you, to manifest it. So this is an amazing day for anyone who's kind of been unclear on what their life purpose is and what they should be doing in future. And pay attention to your interactions with other people particularly. They will offer you a lot of insight. And if you then channel that properly, you can find a new way forward. So if you're in a job you don't like, or it suddenly becomes clear to you that this is what I ought to be doing. It's that realization plus the action steps to then make changes in a real world setting. Okay, so number-wise, we've got the King, that's 1, and 7 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is security and structure in numerology. It's like the Emperor, and very much like the King of Pentacles. It's someone who is practical, who's an authority figure, who takes charge of his own life. And by following those ideas and thoughts, he creates real structure and security and permanence in his everyday experience. So you can really change things, but not just for today, for the foreseeable future, so that you have a lot more structure and security in your life. Yeah, so usually if you find it hard to kind of pursue your own self-interest, you're certainly not going to struggle with it on this day. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.